Okay, so I thought what we do today, rather than give the recap like I typically do, which I forgot to put on Discord, I just realized. I thought what we do is we give the recap from Krog's point of view.
What?
So Krog, you're in there inside the mountain.
Uh-huh.
This is how we ended 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no.
And
okay.
you're in real bad shape. You're all beat up. You got a big slash across your belly.
Right.
And you don't feel good, and you don't think you can go on. You think you're just going to hamper things.
Okay.
So you're like, I'm going to step outside. I don't feel so good. So you step outside the mountain, and you start making your way down the mountain, and you notice, just as soon as you crest the cliff, you notice Spline, who's a little ways down. You guys rescued him a while back. You kind of patched him up, got him up and awake, and he started making his way down the mountain. Well, you see this one of the gargoyle type things stalking Spline, and you run for a charge. You go try to save Spline. You shout out to him, and he looks back, but this gargoyle thing leaps onto him and starts tearing him apart.
Oh.
And so they're in combat, but Krog, you come in and save the day. And you punch this gargoyle out, but it's a little too late. Spline is down and unconscious, but you've saved his life.
Okay.
Medicine check was great.
Nice.
You saved him, so you carry Spline down the mountain. And as you get to the base of the mountain, this mountain like shudders. It's quake, and you know what it is. So quickly you rush to what's left of the army, who's just not too far from there now, and you rush to them. You drop Spline off. You turn back around to go back to the mountain. As soon as you step your foot on the mountain, the whole thing starts crumbling in.
Okay.
And there's dust everywhere. It's a catastrophe. Terrible things. Wow. What do you want to do?
So it's just me right now?
Just you. Behind you've got the army of a few Maru and a few Kreen. Give me a perception check. The mountain is just dust and collapsing in on itself. You don't see any people. That's what perception check's going to tell me in a second.
I gotta get in the game.
Oh, Francisco.
Yeah, I forget.
I understand. You're too enthralled by the recap.
It's too much. Well, okay. Well, let me make this perception check really quick.
By the way, those watching, Eric is not with us today. I was thinking about it. This is the first time he's had a character death in 4 years, maybe more than that.
Oh yeah, since
because he was the only
hit him hard.
He was the only original character from our last campaign, which lasted a little over 3 years. So he's taking a day. He's taking a day of mourning for all.
He had a character death in my campaign.
Yeah, you're right. He did.
But he didn't care about that.
Yeah. That one didn't mean anything to him.
I'm almost in.
This guy made it all the way to level 3. That's like 2 years of play.
Okay, here we go. All right, you'll just have to put me in the board.
Oh yeah, let me summon you. It should be the one that you're. Where is it? The main one here. Just the default
the
one.
one I'm in.
You should be here.
Atlas?
Nope.
Oh, that's the one we're in? Okay.
Yeah. I haven't moved this anywhere yet.
So, perception. What's my perception? Oh, I wasn't prepared.
Your perception is +1.
+1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I found out a quick way to see everyone's passives.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
5.
Use the 5. The D&D Beyond app.
Oh, it has passive stuff on there?
On your phone, and you go to campaign and then characters, it just lists them in just their passives.
Oh.
Nice. By the way, I noticed that David's new character isn't in your campaign.
He just hasn't claimed it. It's there.
Okay.
But he never hit claim.
So 5, yeah, it's just like, it's a mess. Just dust everywhere. You can't see anything. There's basically not a mountain there at all. It's just gray dust. And, what do you want to do? You know your friends were in there. They were in the mountain last you saw.
Check on Spline and see how he's doing now.
Yeah, he's back with Sprockets there, and there's a few other Maru, and there's a few Kreen.
Okay.
And they're tending to him. He's good.
Okay. So then unless anybody decides to stop me, go back to the mountain to check on everyone.
Everyone's kind of just mouth agape, just kind of staring at the mountain and what just happened.
Okay. I mean, is it far, or am I far from the mountain?
You're at the base of the mountain right now.
At the base?
Mm-hmm. And now it's just well, you can't tell. It's just a gray dust.
Oh, Lord. And you said my party was over there?
Last you saw, they were in the mountain.
Okay, then I'll try to go to the last location they were at.
Okay. So you're scrambling over.
Yeah.
This place is just destroyed. It's not really the same mountain as it was before. It almost like it kind of dropped inward.
Mm-hmm.
And you're kind of clambering over these rocks. You can give me another perception check or investigation check, whatever you want to do, if you're looking through the rocks, but you're not seeing anything.
Yeah, I'll do another perception. Let's see. 17.
Okay. So you, as you're rummaging through here, you catch just off to your north, off in the distance, you catch some movement way out there. Someone's walking away.
Okay. I head that way.
Okay. So you rummage through this thing it's probably in here for an hour or so before you finally catches your eye.
Mm-hmm.
And you make your way over that way. And the rest of the party, as you're camped by the lake here,
mm-hmm.
It's been a little over an hour. I think Zarik is awake. I don't think Saren's awake yet. I don't remember which was which order. We'll just say you woke.
Saren was the only one awake at the start.
Yeah.
Someone woke up after an hour.
It was Zarik and then me later.
Okay, so you two are awake, and you see Krog stumbling through the dust, makes his way over to you guys. And so then now we will catch up to where we were before. So eventually Eru wakes up, and you all are by the shore of the chromatic sea. A few hours have gone by. Dust is starting to settle. Still a haze everywhere. And the four of you are sitting by the water.
We got a short rest in if he's going to be there for that then.
Yes. Yeah. Krog, you get a short rest.
So if you want to
Wait,
take a short rest to
do I know what happened to Olf?
We did kind of talk about it after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you've been filled in.
Okay.
Ulf was in the mountain, and Elmira dragged him out, but then just dropped him and took off as the mountain was crumbling. So he went down with the mountain.
Dang.
He was there. Bering was in there also. There was a couple of gnomes. There was one that you know was the herbalist one. I can never remember the name. Flitch, the herbalist, the forager, was in there. You saw Vilder in there. He got smashed pretty early. There was there was a couple gnomes. There was several kobolds. There was a couple of elves. One of them made it out. You don't know where they went. You never saw them. No one ever saw them after they got out. And there was the elf, a kobold, and a human. I think was that the last one. A human.
I don't remember.
I don't remember a human making it out. I think it was just elf, kobold, elf and two kobolds, and Elmira. I think were the four that got out. And you've lost. They all kind of split off different directions. You kind of lost trace of all of them.
I mean, what we sat there and talked about, I got as many people out as I could, but I couldn't get everyone out and have subsequently stopped really talking. But I think we're walking our way back to Ryzen.
I think that's right. That's where you left off. You guys starting to make your way back to Ryzen.
Okay. I'm not saying anything, but I am going to try to keep an eye out for any trace of the elf.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for anyone.
Give me that
I'll
perception
cast-
check. As you guys start making your way, you gonna walk over the mountain, or you gonna go around the mountain? And you wanna go on the east side or the west side of the mountain as you're
Starting it
walking?
out good.
Great.
22.
Okay. As you start walking, it's starting to get kind of dark. It took you guys left in the afternoon, so it's the sun is setting. It's probably set by now. By the time you all wake up, it's twilight time. Saren, you notice a small flicker of light on the east side of the lake. Like if you follow the lake around to the east, there's sort of like a little inlet on the western side of the lake, and you see this little flicker of light over there. You also notice there seems to be some commotion to your west. I say east side of the lake, on the west side of the lake. I've gone backwards. On the west side of the lake. But also to the west, before that spot, there's a group of trees, and you see some commotion over there. And your perception is good enough. You can tell it's the Maru and Kreen look like they're setting up a camp, not too far from you. Half an hour walk from where you are right now.
There's the Maru over there. Should we just go camp out with him for the night?
I'll just nod without saying
Nod.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a move on then. Start limping over there.
Okay. Yeah, when you get there, there's sort of a crop of trees, a group of trees along the shore there, and they're nestled in there. And the first thing you see is some Kreen who go to attention, but then they recognize who you are and they let you pass. They're pretty beat up, and then they lead you in, or they don't lead you. They kind of point you into where the rest of the camp is, and everyone's just torn up. I think Sprocket was at like 1 hit point, and Spline, of course, is at 1 hit point. Who's woken up now? There's some missing limbs, and
Oof.
everyone's just sort of quiet, sitting around, not a campfire, but sitting around a camp. Sprocket will look up at you and say, "We're in no condition to march, so we're waiting here for the night. We're gonna get at least 4 hours in before we start walking that way, back to Ryzen."
Any sort of rest sounds good to me. So let's get to it.
Okay, says we got the cream. Keep an eye out.
Yeah.
And
I'll
the-
take a first watch.
Okay. What'd you say, David?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Before a short rest, I'm gonna take a hit. Do second wind.
Is another short rest? Or
So you can do once per day. You can do an hour short rest and roll the dice, or you can do the 8-hour thing.
Yeah, we already did our
the
short
full thing.
rest,
So you've already
Okay.
done. I think you've already done that one. That David can use his thing because he's a fighter.
okay.
That was really good.
Okay, give me a roll for first watch.
Zirk will take second.
Yeesh.
I'll take last if needed.
So you're a little distracted. Spline looks over at you, Saren, and he's like, "We lost a lot, but I think we did it."
I'll wipe some tears away. We definitely lost a lot, but I think you're right. I think we what we set out to do. It was worth the loss. I think, as bad as that is.
It says that mountain still holds mysteries. He kind of nods over to it, and you can see that black scorpion tail just sticking out of the top of it.
Has it moved any from the last time I've seen it? No.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what that is, but God, do I hope it doesn't move.
He says Sprocket also tells me that a lot more collapsed than what we knew of Steamcliff, so there was something else in there. I don't know what, but hopefully whatever it is, it's gone.
Gotta be right. I mean, we fought so hard. Has to be done. Gotta be.
Thanks, Trog. He says, I'll tell you what I know of Ulf when we get back.
Thank you.
There's a lot to his story that I think maybe he even didn't know.
I appreciate that. I look forward to hearing about him.
Get some rest.
You as well.
Second
I'll
watch.
go wake up Zarik.
Okay.
All right.
I'll just be meditating this whole time for about 4 hours.
Ooh, 19.
19. Zarik, you are, you guys are right by the water. And keeping an eye out. A couple things perk your interest. You see the flicker of a flame. Same spot where Saren saw it as well. It's a little bit further to the west and north. There's kind of an inlet of the lake where you see there's a camp or something set over there. It's about an hour's walk around. You figure kind of the way you guys came from when you originally came this way, but a little bit north. Also, as you're standing by the water, some of it kind of splashes on you as it washes in, and it's warm. It stands out to you because this is a large lake, but it's a very warm lake. It's almost like bathtub temperature.
Uh-oh.
Okay. After that watch, I'll wake up Frog and tell him what I know.
I should be waking up some point into your watch.
Yeah, about halfway through.
All right. I'll
About
tell you
an
that
hour
too.
in.
Okay.
The Maru start waking up also around the time that Eru does, and Sprocket comes over to use Zarik. He says, "We're ready to go. You've helped us out enough. If you want to stay, we can stay. Walk together. You coming back to Ryzen with us? Or you going somewhere else?"
I think it might be best if we head back to Ryzen.
We can wait for you if you want. I'm sure the Kreen would appreciate a rest.
I think that'll be best.
Mm-hmm. He kind of sees you looking that way at that camp, and he's noticed it also. He says, "What do you make of that?"
Camp.
You
Maybe something more dangerous.
You think we should check it out? You think you want to just ignore it?
I think we should send a little scouting party up ahead.
We don't really have the numbers for a scouting party unless you want to volunteer.
I can do that.
I'll walk over there about this time. Say, I think we should just start walking.
Start walking. You ready to go now?
I think we should put as much distance between here and us as we can.
All right. Let's go.
At least until we've rested fully.
Wake your friends. We'll go.
I'll go and just jostle everyone awake.
Sprocket and the rest of the crew are looking a little bit better. You guys have not gotten your full rest in. Your short rest in. Well, Eru has. But the rest of you have not.
It doesn't do us any good anyway. We took a short rest already.
Well, you can get the
dice.
8-hour one. Have you already used all your... You've used all your hit dice. Gotcha.
Yeah. Doesn't do me any good.
Yeah.
I will say it does me good because I just use one of my stuff.
Okay, they start packing up. They don't have lots, but they pack up. They start rounding up the Kreen, and from what's left, there are 6 Maru left, which you know all. You've seen them all by now, and I think there was 13 Kreen altogether. Originally, there was about 40, 30, 40. And they're pretty beat up. And so it's slow walking, but everyone starts to make their way out and start heading south. Sprocket rushes out ahead, kind of a lookout. And the walk south begins. Give me a perception check, whoever wants to do that. There's no need for survival unless you want to look for other things because you're walking as a group.
Closest.
23 perception. Is it still nighttime?
Yeah, it's about...
I'm going to...
probably about 3 in the morning.
I'm going to give
2.
Frog... where is it? What's it called?
Does night vision?
Eyes of Night, yeah. So he has
Ooh.
300 feet for an hour. Dark sight.
I start seeing. I'm freaking out.
I'll give it to all my friends. I can give it to 3 people. So
I've
What
never
is
seen this
this?
spell
All of us-
before.
all of us have like supervision right now.
Okay, Saren, you're walking... You make it about 3 hours or so. All is quiet. It's very quiet out here now. And you are coming across a group of trees, and there's some creature that you notice. You see the furry or something of a creature laying in the woods to your west. It's way off the distance. You barely see it, but you saw it's breathing, and you can just kind of see it rise up and back down. Whatever it is, it's big, good size.
I think there's something over there. It might just be over there, but it could be stalking us. Should we check it out?
Maybe just keep an eye on it.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Walking.
Keep an eye on it.
I nod.
Without getting any closer, you're not gonna be able to make any more details out, but you can just see there's something amongst the trees.
I will just as
the
we're
grass.
walking, I'll just be watching it.
Okay, not moving, other than the breathing.
Okay.
Now, the next noticeable thing is that a couple hours more. You're about an hour from the tower, and you guys all stumble across this. Everyone sees this. Sprocket's the first one. They're looking at it. There is a dead one of the large frogs, and next to it is a broken arrow and a lot of piercing holes in it. And he's holding up the broken arrow. He shows it to Spline. They talk amongst themselves and then continue going. You guys all kind of walk by it, but it's one of those frogs you guys were killing, but it's been peppered with arrows, looks like, or something piercing.
Maybe that group that we found out here found one of them.
Maybe.
Does it look like her arrows?
You go up and ask to see the arrow. It's nicer than what she had. It's a nice arrow. It's like a nice quality arrow. Hers were pretty rough.
Not then. Something else to keep an eye out for, I suppose.
I will be just keep like dead eye and everything.
Okay. You pass the tower. No one's there. And eventually, after about 7 hours, 7 hours, probably closer to 7 or 8, actually, with slow walking, you make it back to Ryzen.
Okay.
And again, all's quiet. They open the gate, and they kind of motion at Hope's house for you guys, and everyone makes their way kind of back to where they...
Is Hope or Gideon
go.
out? Or are they asleep?
You don't see him.
Okay. I'm just gonna go sit and keep watch for the rest of the night. I've already slept, so.
Okay. As soon as you go into Hope's house, she is there, and she is... you can tell she's been waiting. And she sees all of you, and immediately goes over and starts kind of tending to wounds, wet cloth and bandages, and asks... No, she doesn't ask... She doesn't ask anything. She just keeps quiet. She just tends to wounds.
If she starts doing that, I'm just gonna walk back outside and sit, keep an eye out on things, and just get my deck of cards out and start messing with them.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and take a long rest.
Same.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll sit and talk with Hope for a minute.
Okay.
That was one of the craziest days of my life. I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't think any of us were going to make it.
I'm glad you did.
Ulf's gone, I think. We couldn't find him, but he was the one who ran down there, and then it went off the last time I saw him.
Sorry. What are you going to do now?
I guess get some rest and pray that nightmare is over and I can go and I gotta get home. I guess something happened and where my family is and my church has been overrun, I guess, and I need to go see what's going on.
And you're from the Henge.
Yes, ma'am.
You think you'll leave so soon?
I might have to stay for a couple days, maybe a week or two, but just until I can get healed up. I mean, I gotta have a couple broken bones at least. It'll take time.
You're welcome to stay here as long as you want. We'll change some things around here. We've been locking away those that need help for a long time, and I don't think we should do that anymore.
If you need help doing that, I'd like to help in that endeavor. The Maru, I know. I've heard stories, and they get a bad rap, and they shouldn't. These people are good people, and the world needs to see that, and they need to show the world what they can offer.
This is a sanctuary for them. It's the idea. It's a place where they can come and they don't get any of the looks and the feelings that they get elsewhere.
Yeah.
But I think Ulf and you have shown that maybe times have changed. And I'd accept your help, but if your family needs you, I think you should go.
Yeah. As soon as I find them, though, they're okay. Maybe I'll bring them here.
I like that.
That could be the start of a good community, I think. Humans and Maru.
Yep, I have to change some things around here. We don't have, from what I saw, what came back. We'll have to figure some things out.
Well, if I can find them and bring them all here, that'll be a good workforce. Help bring the community along. So I think I'll do that.
If you need anything from me, just let me know. If you have any questions about things, I'll try to answer the best I can.
Thank you, Hope.
Been around a while.
I'm sure we'll come up with a couple, but I think I need to get some rest. Thank you for your hospitality, as always, and I look forward to that breakfast in the morning.
I'll have it.
I'll head to bed.
Okay. Night continues on. Sun rises. Quiet day. You all get your short rest.
Okay.
So far, if you have dice to roll.
They gone.
It's very, very quiet. There's really no guard. There's a few Maru. When you got back to camp, the Kreen did not come in. They stayed outside. And when you wake up in the morning, I guess, Arrow, you would have seen... Sorry, I forgot you were out there. Sprocket went back outside about an hour or so afterwards. And you could see him escorting the Kreen somewhere. If you want to do something, we can backtrack a bit.
The Kreen never came in,
They never came in the gates.
and I just see Sprocket going outside the gates.
They stayed outside for about an hour. They kind of milled about the gates. You saw him out there. And then about an hour later, Sprocket went out. And then he saw them march them away.
Are there any other Maru out here? Like inside the town, but not that are
Yeah.
outside?
There's still a few.
Is Spline out there?
Spline's not outside. No, you don't see him. But you see, I think his name is Rust. Let me get his names here.
I'll just go up to the nearest one.
Yeah,
Say,
Rust. Rust is the guard who's been kind of hanging around you guys a bunch.
Okay, I'll just say, where is he taking them?
The Kreen aren't allowed in here. Taking it back to their
Okay,
camp.
that was hit dice.
Even after all that, they're not allowed in here?
It's best they don't get too close.
Too close to what, exactly? Malavik?
I should let Spline do the explaining. Those kind of questions.
Does he twitch or anything? Give any kind of tell when I say Malavik?
Yeah, he pretty much acknowledges that's the reason.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go see if Spline is awake.
Yep, he's in his office.
I'll just go.
He
I'll
says, "Come on in."
knock on the door. And... Why are the Kree not allowed to be near Malavik?
We talked about this before. Malfeek is trouble.
I understand. Can I see her?
That's not a good idea.
She injured me.
Not in the way you're thinking.
I feel like we've been through a lot here, Spline. You could tell me.
I can tell you what I'm doing is what's best for the town. And just trust me that what we have here is the best situation possible.
Sure, I can believe you too, but it doesn't sate my curiosity.
Malfeek is just a god to them, essentially.
Sure.
A god with bad intentions. And she puts ideas in their heads.
What does she look like? Is she just a big one of them?
Yeah.
How big?
About the size of your Krog.
And you just feed her bones?
She likes to gnaw on bones, among other things.
What kinds of other things?
The Kreen bring us small animals and vegetables. She has a nice diet, if that's what you're looking for.
And she's in a cell down there, or?
Yeah.
You sure I can't see it?
She has a power that we can resist, but you cannot. So I think it's safer to not go down there.
How honest is he being with me?
Roll me that insight check.
You guys seen Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
I feel like the Maru are like those Starship Trooper commercials where that guy goes, "The only good bug is a dead bug."
He's hard to read, but he can tell he doesn't like talking about this.
Okay. I'll say, all right. What's next for you here?
I don't know. We can't survive any more attacks. So as long as the Kreen remain loyal, well, we can at least get an alert. We need to stay. Ulf understood. But this place is important to us. I'll leave it at that.
Sorry I couldn't get Ulf or Bearing. It's too many things in too little time.
Yeah, we lost a lot. Hopefully, that problem is solved and we can go back to bringing in Outcast Maru.
So that's what you're going to focus on next?
That's what we've been focusing on.
What about the scorpion tail? What did you make of that?
That's a relic from a long, long time ago.
Do you know what it means?
Yeah, it's called a colossi.
Colossi? What does that mean?
Why don't you get your friends in here? And we'll talk about Ulf.
Is it morning yet?
Yeah, that was a long conversation. It's morning now.
Okay, I'll go get them.
Get your friends in the morning. Come in here.
I'll get them. Wake them up. Hey. Spline
right.
wants to talk to us.
Okay.
So you guys go in there. Spline's there, and Sprocket has returned. He's in there with him. And he says, I thought I should tell you some things about Ulf. Being you're his friends and all. A lot of things, he just got his memories back, and so a lot of these things he would have discovered later on. I can't tell you what his story was, but I can tell you what it was up to a point. Because we served together. We were part of the King's Legion. We served under Xerix before the Awakening. All Maru served. And we were part of we were called the Death Machines. We were the infantry. And if Ulf ever gave you any strange looks, any looks at Saren, we had a rough history back then, a long time ago. But during the Awakening, we realized we came to our senses, and folks like Hope saved us.
How old is Hope?
I don't know.
How old are you?
Well, I lost track of time during the Shadow Age, but I'm over 1,000.
Is Hope as old as you, or older?
Yeah, she was there before.
Wow. I didn't know. You know, she doesn't look that old. So, well, neither do you. You look great. So
She's been through a lot, and her adventuring days are over, so she wants to just... It's best you just leave her alone, really.
is she a human or a?
She's human.
Okay. I wonder. Well, if she wants to keep a secret, she can keep a secret. I don't need to know how she's able to live that long, but I'd like to. Turn back the clock a little bit on this gray hair, it'd be great.
He says those colossi, those scorpions. They were used by Xerix as the armored military of a long time ago. And that's
So that's
a relic of a long time ago.
that's y'all's technology.
Not mine, but
But
it was
part of your empire.
built in, yeah.
And it's some kind of weapon?
Yeah, you can... It was manned by us and other humans.
Do you know what that portal was?
Yeah, it takes you to another realm.
Was that part of the empire?
I don't know much about that. That's more Hope's area.
What do our characters know as far as the way that planar travel works now and used to work?
You never heard of it. Planar travel is not something that's... I don't know that any of you would ever have any idea that it ever happened.
Okay, I'll say, what do you mean another realm? I went through it and I didn't recognize anything, but...
As far as I understand, it takes you to another world.
Another world?
Best I can describe it. Hope and others used those when they were doing whatever they did.
She did say I could ask her some questions, so I think we need to write a couple down.
I am curious, do you recognize other Maru that don't recognize you? Like, did you recognize Ulf when we first got here?
Recognize his model.
Ah. There were many that looked like him.
Yeah. Yes. You've seen, like Rust. There's been a couple Maru in this town that look just like Ulf. That same model.
But are there
Spline's a little different.
are there differences in the? It's like, because I can recognize Ulf and Rust, right?
Yeah, they have like their eyes a little different color. There's like some changes, but thinking about it, the changes, you can see how they could be this. Originally, they were the same, exact same. But there's
the changes were mostly like time driven, like different scrapes and scratches and stuff.
Yeah.
Are there others like you?
Yes. Each legion had a commander.
How do you know how many models there were?
I don't. We were built for a purpose, but once the awakening happened, we gained sentience.
That's what you call the awakening, is whenever you were able to think for yourself.
We're no longer controlled by Xerix.
Do you know how that happened?
Something to do with the ancients.
What are the ancients?
The ancients were who we were fighting, who we were ordered to fight. And we all woke with a flash in the sky. One moment we were soldiers, the next we had a soul.
Who were you?
Interesting.
You were fighting humans?
Yeah, yes. Humans and others.
Were they like an empire of humans, or where were they from?
I'm not clear on a lot of this. So I don't have those memories. I know it was just the ancient empire.
Kind of a thing where you were built with what you needed to know to do your job and no context.
Yep.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you.
So is there anything else that you Want to know, or what are your plans now that you're here? You've made it.
I did want to ask you why this place. You said it was important.
Where we gained the awakening was here somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere around this area. There's the desert to the south, which is I'm starting to suspect. But that's gaining sentience and the awakening all was around here, and I want to know why.
So you think the Colossi, is that what you said? You think that was just buried under Steamcliff this whole time?
Yes.
You think there are others around here?
I'm sure there are. And now that we
functional?
I don't know.
Will you make an attempt to dig that one out?
As soon as we get the manpower, we will.
Is that not dangerous?
Well, would you rather have it in someone else's hands? Or ours?
I just mean we just spent a lot of time and lives to bury that, and now you're going to try to dig something out of it.
When we get the manpower, that's what I want to do.
Why don't you just destroy it?
There's 6 of us left. The Kreen were who helped keep us alive and fed. Well, Hope and Gideon fed. And kept Malefique fed and happy. We don't have that anymore. If we can get one of these colossi, then we could live in it if we wanted to. It's for defense.
What would you say about humans coming and living with you and helping?
Which humans?
My people.
We've had a bad experience with humans here. We had so-called refugees from the south came in, needing help, or so they said. Many of us died when they tried to take the town.
Well, I will guarantee you that won't happen, because
How?
if I get them and I come, I'll be here, and I'll make sure that does not happen. We can coexist together and prosper together and build a community of Maru and humans, and I'll look towards Eru and elves like it's Zarit and kobolds. Even this big old guy.
It sounds nice.
We can do this. We could strive. We could strive to do better. Strive to improve the quality of life for everyone. We can build an oasis.
Are you willing to give your life for that? Because that may be what happens.
That's what it takes.
That's what happened to Spark.
If that's what it takes, I'll do it.
We'll see.
What happened to Spark?
He was murdered by the refugees.
Yeesh.
What happened to the refugees?
We sent them out from Corinthia. Killed Spark, Hackett, Hinge. We won the fight. Barely. But they, as you did when you arrived, they came in seeking help, seeking a day to rest. They were fleeing from south. We offered them assistance. We didn't want to be like the humans were being to us. And they stabbed us in the back.
I
give you
understand
my
why
word.
you are slow to trust then.
And I hope that can mean something from everything that we've been through together.
I'll consider it.
Spline, yesterday when we came out of the mountain, there was another elf who looked kind of like me. Did you happen to see him?
I saw something. Yeah. No, I didn't. Sprocket speaks up. I saw a couple running from the mountain.
What?
There was a after the crumble, a couple of kobolds made their way. They were running south, and I saw an elf running to the west. I thought it was you at first, but when he got closer, I quickly realized.
Okay, thank you. Alright, well, if you don't mind, we will at least stay around for another day or so.
Spline speaks
Short
up.
rest.
After all you've done, you are welcome to stay. You four are willing to stay as long as you want.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll reach out my hand to shake his hand.
He'll shake your hand.
Thank you.
Dirk will shake his hand too.
He'll shake your hand too. And he'll even look you in the eye as he does it.
When I'm shaking his hand, I'll hold his hand for a little bit, and I'll have a tear come to my eye. I want you to know, I grieve just the same as you for the Maru. I lost a great friend, and I promise you, if you're just willing to trust me and trust my people, we'll all care for the Maru, and hopefully you'll care for us as well.
I'll try. But it's... I'll try.
That's all I can ask. Thank you.
If we should ever see any other Maru outside of here, is it okay to tell them about this place, or are there certain models that are not desired or different?
All Maru are welcome here.
Okay.
We prefer this place to be only known by the Maru. So, just keep it discreet. But if you come across others, please, we'll take them in.
Okay. I think I'd like to go have a little chat with Hope, maybe Gideon.
Okay.
Was Gideon here or there? Same time Hope was.
I think Gideon... I don't know. I don't think so. You can see Spline's not really sure. If you asked that question, something he hasn't really thought about. I don't know. Gideon and Hope have always been together, as far as I've known.
Very well. I'll talk to you later then.
He nods to you.
I'll go find Hope.
Okay. Hope has breakfast ready.
Good morning, Hope.
Just what I need.
She nods to you. She's... How was the chat?
It was good. I think we finally earned his trust here.
Oh, I should hope so.
Have we earned yours?
You never didn't have it.
Can you tell me about yourself? And about Gideon?
What do you want to know?
How are you able to live such a long time? You look human.
Well, where'd you get an idea like that? What makes you think?
Blind told us you were around
So your face kind of changes. She's not as happy as she once was.
Oh.
It was a long time ago, and I'm not the same person anymore. I just want to.
Understand.
I've been through a lot, and I just want to have a simple life. Live with my husband, away from everything. Do what I can for the Maru.
I don't know if you've noticed this, Hope, but I'm not a particularly trusting person. I'm just trying to understand what your role is here, so that I can understand you and trust you.
I don't really have much of a role. I've gained a respect amongst Spline and the Maru.
But there's something more than meets the eye to you. There's something more there. And to Gideon. If you're not willing to tell me, that's fine, but don't lie to me anymore.
I've never lied to you. My past is my past. And a lot's changed since then.
So tell me the most important thing about you now, then.
The most important thing for me is Gideon. I just want to live a simple life here. I have fought. I have seen many things that I never want to see again. And I am cursed to live forever.
Forever.
I'm immortal. Whether I want it or
It is
not.
Gideon.
No.
Does it sadden you to know that you will outlive him?
Yes.
Is there anything you can do for him to either extend his life or...
I would not give him the curse of immortality. That's what you're asking.
Perhaps not immortality, but...
He was...
He's human too, right?
Yeah.
But he will... If he's the typical human, you won't have much longer. Especially...
Such is the life of someone who lives forever.
How long ago did you meet Gideon?
About 30 years ago.
How did you meet him? He seems to be quite practiced with magics.
He worked in the village, Ipomawea, I think was the name of my town.
It's been a while, I understand. Lots of towns.
It's rare I find someone who sees the Maru like I do, and my friends did. And the first person in hundreds of years that I have seen like that. So I took a chance. I will outlive him. I know that he won't be here much longer, in my point of view, but I thought it was worth it.
So you say your friends, are they immortal too?
Some of them.
Do you know where they are?
Some of them.
Do they know of Ryzen?
I don't think so.
Do you not want them to?
I haven't spoken to them in a long time.
Who are they?
Just adventurers like you. We went through a lot through the Shadow Age. Trying to restore the world.
You
Were,
say
were
you
you
know?
able to do it?
Yeah, we did it.
I thank you for that. I'm glad to be here.
Can you tell me the names of these people?
I'm not sure what that matters. You think
Should I
you
ever
know?
come across one?
Well,
Kind of one of them things where we'll know if we see one.
I'm pretty sure they want to remain anonymous. I know some of them have changed their names.
Did you?
No? I never wanted this immortality. But I was dying, and my father forced me. Well, forced, but just in the last-ditched efforts to keep me alive, forced me to read this book.
Would they recognize the name Hope if we mentioned you?
I'm sure they would. But please don't. I'm not the same person. Once magic disappeared, I lost everything, and I'm not who I once was.
Was magic more prominent?
Oh, a long time ago.
So it was what I can do. That wasn't rare back then.
It was still rare, but it's starting to come back.
Were
But-
they actually able to communicate with their deities that they believe in? Do you know?
Yeah, they were. What deities that they wanted to talk with?
There's times when I'm using my magic where it feels like there's a presence, and I kind of thought maybe that was at least who I think it is. Mithra is my god, and I felt like maybe she was there whenever I'm using my magic. So that's interesting to wonder if maybe one day I'll be able to actually communicate with her.
She doesn't say anything. She just kind of nods at you.
Is your father immortal?
Yes.
Is he still around?
I haven't seen him for many, many years. He's not here.
Does that mean?
He's in another realm.
Like the one?
Yeah.
Why on earth would he go someplace like that?
One of the many sacrifices we made.
He was human too?
Mm-hmm.
What was his name?
Jack.
Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a lore drop right there?
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
But your other friends, they would not want to help here?
To get him back would just bring everything back. Bring everything back. Not just my father. He sacrificed himself to close that.
Close the rift.
Mm-hmm.
How many rifts were open at one point?
There were more than one. There were many. And now our job was to close them.
Did you get all of them? I mean, obviously not all of them were closed, but did you think you got all of them closed?
We did get all of them closed.
And they're just starting. Is this one that was closed and it's just opening up again, or?
Last I saw it, it was closed.
So you knew it was down there?
Yes.
Did it just get reopened by those gnomes, you think? It went down, stumbling down there.
I don't know. I don't know how it got opened again.
There's no way that, maybe they're starting to weaken. All of them. What if they all started opening up again?
Then we're in trouble.
Do you know where they all are?
I know where some are.
We need to probably figure that out, and we need to go check. If this is happening on multiple different areas, we gotta at least warn people.
You say you're going to the Hinge for your family, correct?
Yep,
There's one there.
I'll check. Where at?
Under
Center
the,
of it or something?
under the Hinge.
That's where I'll go. I'll check on that first and I'll find my family.
Hope, you knew that was there. You saw all of these creatures, these monsters, coming around and you didn't say anything?
I didn't want to believe it.
I don't understand
Inside
that.
check.
Roll it.
Dude.
That seems true. She says, I'm not familiar with frogs. Or whatever those things were that came out. Look like slotty. I'm not familiar with them. From there. They're supposed to be somewhere else. That portal contained Kazrek. The Kazrek.
What is that?
They have a squid-like face, gray skin. That's who lives there. And I didn't see any of them. When I saw the shade morph, I heard news of the shade morph. It had been released from the mountain.
That's the ooze thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I assume the gnomes were up to no good, and it was best we just get the gnomes out of there. Seal that place back up. Keep everyone out of it. There's more to me being here than just wanting to have a simple life. I was keeping an eye on that mountain. But, well, we did it.
I can understand you not wanting to tell us before. But as you have said, we've earned your trust now, so what should we know going forward? Especially if we're going to check on this hinge.
Just make sure that it should be. If Xerix is already coming back, I don't know if there's anything we can do. You've seen the star at night.
Did you know Xerix?
Yeah, I know for now. Yes.
You worked for him, like
No.
Spline?
Fought against him.
What is Xerix?
Right now, he's a prisoner.
Do I know if he's like human or anything?
I don't think you know. No.
So I'll just ask then: Is he immortal, human like you?
He's not human, but he is immortal.
What is he? Would I recognize?
An
Do I know what he
abomination
looks
is what
like?
he is.
Are there paintings?
You've seen
of him or
paintings
anything?
of like a dark robed figure, similar to what the Nostra you've heard of.
I'll ask her. Do you know? Is his relation to the Nostra?
They come first. So how happened last time?
What is there a way I would recognize him? What does he look like?
You'll know. As far as looking at him, cloaked figure, his face moves, but you'll know.
Okay. Does Gideon know about any of this?
Only a little bit. He wants a simple
And you
life as well.
Would prefer to keep it that
It's
way.
best, yeah. It's best he has his life.
How old does Hope look?
She looks about 50.
How old does Gideon look?
He's a little older, but in that era, he's probably 60.
But he knows you are mortal.
He doesn't.
He hasn't realized you haven't aged in 30 years.
I can keep up appearances. And you guys have noticed that she does kind of have an old lady look to her.
What is this? What you really look like? I'm assuming you were probably younger when you received immortality.
No, I was this old.
Oh.
I mean, like she kind of has the old lady hair, and she kind of hunches a bit. But you've seen a couple times when you're talking to her that she does have a appearance that she's not quite as old as and frail as she looks.
I'll give her like a half grin. And I'll be like, what do you, how do you walk normally?
Well, I think I walk like you. Just please don't tell Gideon any of this.
Okay.
Yeah, mum's the word.
I do have a favor to ask. If you're going to the Henge, the last time I spoke with my son was about 20 years ago. If you happen to find or hear anything about my son,
What's his name?
His name is Lerno. One of those names that looks good when you write it down, but it doesn't sound as good whenever you say it.
Is he a student of a magician?
How much has he learned?
Never mind, that's just his nickname.
It's Lernosterus.
His name is Galen.
Oh.
Galen. Lerno is just a joke. What a terrible name.
Say, I'm just kidding.
You can pronounce it a little different, like Lerno.
Yeah.
Yeah, but her name is Hope. Her dad's name is Jack. It doesn't quite fit.
Wow.
Okay, Galen.
Gallon's good. Gallon's good.
Yeah.
Last I heard, he was somewhere near Dreadsilt.
Is Gellin a felon? No. Is Gellin also immortal?
I don't think so.
What do you mean you don't think so?
No, he's not.
Does he know about you?
Yes.
I'm trying to put this delicately. Is he older than you now? In appearance?
Yes.
Does he know you're immortal? Did he put it together?
Unless he's found something out later, but I don't think so. I wanted to keep that part of my life secret.
Have I ever heard of this guy?
Give me a history check.
Yikes.
How old was he when you last saw him?
Nope.
You never heard of him. He's about 50.
So in 50 years, he never put together that you didn't age. Or do you age?
Last I heard of him I was 50. Last I saw him, he was 25. He writes.
I'm having a real hard time here. Does your appearance change, or do you change it? I have a hard time believing someone would live 25 years around you and not figure out that you hadn't aged at all.
Well, maybe he did, but I never told him.
Okay, Gellin, is there a last name, or?
Just Gellin.
Okay. If we see him, what do you want us to tell him?
Just have him send me a message. Just let me know he's all right.
And if he wants to see you?
And just have him send me a message.
And if he wants to see you?
I'd like to see him too. He, last I heard, he was getting in with some things he probably shouldn't be getting in with in Dreadsilt. Dreadsilt, do you know of Dreadsilt?
I know of Dreadsilt.
You probably know it's a. You can give me a history check. You know the name kind of goes with pirates.
Yarr. Whoa, that die went way over there.
Yeah.
16.
You know it's a pirate haven.
Mm.
Pretty big one. It's sort of the what's the Caribbean the big one. The famous Caribbean port Royale. It's sort of right. Sort of the Port Royale
Okay.
of at the run. Whatever the pirate haven was. It's kind of it's yeah, Dreadsilt pirates. That's what that place is.
Is that in between the Wood Elves and the continent over? Is that pirate area, or is this a different pirate area?
Yeah, so it's northeast of the elves, kind of between the humans and where like the goblins and dwarves were. I think you
Okay,
named it.
I couldn't remember if that was the name of that place or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a kind of an inlet there.
Okay. Okay, if we see him, we'll...
If you see him, just have him send me a message and let him know that his mother misses him.
Does he know how to send you a message? There, I don't see any post offices near here.
If he can find a temple.
Okay.
If you says you're returning, right? I just want to look in on him. Make sure he's okay. Last I heard, he was... Well, it sounded a little odd. And I think he was getting in things he shouldn't get in with.
All right, if we see him, we'll tell him you said hi.
That'll do. Tell him I'm thinking of him.
You got it.
If he needs any help, just have him message me.
We'll help him if he needs, if we can too.
Gideon's seems okay with magic. Can he not look in on him?
He can't see him. So he's either... Well, I don't want to say it. Maybe he's wearing something that doesn't allow him to be seen. There's magic necklaces that you can wear, or rings that will keep you from being seen by that you don't know
Okay.
about, only Zarik knows about. I think only Zarik saw that.
I would imagine that I've like heard of scrying, maybe? I don't know. In the books that I've read about magic. Okay.
I've been trying to work on something kind of like that, but I haven't quite figured it out.
All right. Well, suppose we'll finish resting up and then head out to check on Saren's family.
Okay, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. I will bring the breakfast as long as I can. We don't have our supply of food. A long time ago, I knew some ranger tricks. So I can do a little bit. But it doesn't taste good. Yeah, Lorno sounds like a Sesame Street character.
That's funny.
All right, let's go check in on Lerno. All right. I think that's all the questions I have.
Oh,
Yeah, sweetie.
I did talk to Spline.
Ooh, sweetie.
I did talk to Spline about trying to get my people here, and he said he'd think about it. So that's a positive, I think.
You want to bring your people from the henge, the temple here, all of them.
I was talking to Spline, and I was thinking, you know, if they came here and he wants to try and grow this place, that could help.
You think they would come? Don't you see that as a holy site? From Ether?
Well, I guess it got ran over, or somebody ran them out. I don't know what all happened exactly. That's why I'm kind of in a rush a little bit to get back, find my sisters. But if there's one of these rifts there, I don't know if I think it's too safe there for them. They're not really fighters, you see, but I think they could help grow this place. And they might not be fighters, but they're hard workers.
I'll talk with Spline, and if they need to stay here, we'll let them in. But it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, I told Spline, you know, I'd stick my neck out for him. If anything goes wrong, it's on me.
We don't have farmland or really any supplies for humans here. We can support myself and Gideon, but just let them know it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Not going to be a vacation.
It won't be easy, but we all work hard together. We can turn it into something good.
Nice to have. It would be nice to have some company sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. I know what you mean. I'm an old fogey too.
Easy there. Gonna look a day over.
I did have
1500.
I did have one more question for you, Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Spline suggested that Malefique is quite dangerous. Do you share that assessment? I asked to see her, and he said that it would be dangerous for me to go down there.
It might be okay for you to go down there. Malefique has a way of getting into your mind. We argued about this a lot, but I think Spline's right about this. As terrible as it is, we fought so long against the Kreen because of Malefique. She led them. They would just waves of them. They would just throw themselves to die at our wall, our defenses. Just it was unending. And it wasn't until Spline's idea. He invited her in, saying it was to talk, and we, well, not we. They shackled her up and locked her away. Told the Kreen that she was our guest. And they can smell her. As long as they smell her, they're content.
Okay. All right. I will continue to long rest.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything in the long rest time? Krog.
Cobalt there. My
Zarik.
friend.
What's that, David?
My old friend, is he there?
He's not here. Nope.
He's not here?
Mm-mm.
But I know where he went.
You don't. And you can ask Sprocket, and he says, I don't know, they those two kobolds you guys that were following you, they followed up behind you when you guys were going to the mountain. They kind of broke off from our army, and then we never saw them again. I don't know where they went. I don't know if they went in the mountain with you or what.
Alright. That'll be it, I guess. Sorry.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try and I'm just gonna sit and pray to Mithra.
Okay.
For a while.
I'm just gonna meditate and rest up.
If I can catch Hope alone at some point,
Okay.
I will go up to her and say, Hope, there was another wood elf that looked similar to me inside the mountain. If he or any others like him should come here looking for me, would you maybe tell them you haven't seen me? I know you might understand having a past that you don't really want to think about.
I understand. She says, I won't say anything.
Thank you.
She goes up to her room. Okay. The rest of the day goes on. You all get a long rest.
Nice.
Hallelujah.
We
I'm not
made it!
exhausted anymore.
Oh yeah, you
Justin.
should have been rolling disadvantage on all those perception checks.
Oh yeah, I just saw it. I wasn't even thinking about it.
Wow.
All right. Just in time for break time, so I'll be back
Break time?
in 5-10 minutes. Yep, break time.
Okay.
Oh,
What?
we gotta go look for your dumb grandchild.
Grandchild. Oh. Yeah, I guess I do, huh? Oh man, this is gonna be fun.
All right. A day has gone by. It's nighttime again because you got here. Well, you got there in the morning, so it's the next morning. So it's around 8. We'll say 8 in the morning. You guys get your full rest.
Nice.
What do you guys want to do?
Oh, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
DM question. So normally, long rest gives me half of my hit dice back. Do these 24-hour long rests give me all of them back? Or do I still only get half?
Why would you only get half?
Because that's the way long rests work. You get half your maximum hit die back when you long rest.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that. You only get half your hit dice back when you long rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get them all back.
Okay, I gotta take another long rest.
I'm trying to think. Does D&D Beyond do that? Because
Yeah, it does.
I did not know that. Yes.
Now you know.
How did I know that? That's like a basic rule. I've never heard that before. I'm trying to think, even in like with my barbarian, when I hit long rest, it resets everything. Because I had one time where I used all my hit dice and it gave them all back.
I don't know.
Long rest.
Brian was saying that he was like, "Why do I not have all my hit dice back?" And I was like, "Well, because short rest only gives you half back. So if you only used, like, if you're level 4 and you only use 2 hit dice, you would get those 2 back."
Oh, you're talking about short rest or long rest?
If you use 2 hit dice on a short rest and then long rest, you would get those 2 back.
Yeah.
You get half your max back. But if you'd used all 4 of them,
yeah, I know.
you would only get.
I know I've
back.
used all of them. Well, I thought I had. Maybe not.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Well, so yeah, you can have them all back.
Yay!
All right, so it is morning of day, like, I don't know where we're at, 18 or so, 20, somewhere in there of the campaign.
So you know, I still want to find Varney and get paid.
Wasn't that? Yeah, that was the whole point of this. Where's my money?
This DM fooled us again. Here we all thought Michael's like, oh, he's going to give us gold right off the start.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Nope. We should have known he was going to stiff us.
You had to go jump in a portal. What does the party want to do? Hope is packing you guys a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for the road.
A good berry sandwich.
Yeah, smash with good berries.
Well, Saren, are we going to look for your family?
Yeah, if that's all right. I'd really appreciate the help. You know, I
Sure.
would hope that you guys would come, but you're not obligated to. I hope you don't feel
Well,
that
I'm
way.
very interested in this henge.
Beautiful place. And I just kind of blown away that I didn't know there was a giant rift underneath of it for all these years, but you live and you learn.
Oh, did we ask Hope if the portal underneath the hinge went to the same place that the one on the mountain?
You didn't ask.
I will ask her.
She knows there's one there, but she's not sure where that one goes to.
Okay.
She said she didn't fight there.
Is there a name for the realm that this one goes to?
Agandor.
Agandor.
Oh yeah, it said that on the step.
Mm-hmm.
What is Agandor?
You asking Hope?
Yeah.
She says it's just a realm of chaos, and I never went there, but the things that came out of there, chaos and fear and mind destroying creatures live there.
Super.
Does not sound too pleasant at all.
Now we saw it. It was not pleasant.
Let's go figure this thing out. I hope it's... What did that guy tell me that drove off my people?
The lizard folk.
Okay. Yeah, we need to get there. We need to go.
All right. Oh, you lead the way.
So,
Keep an eye out.
I got your map opened here. The way to get there, you can just walk. There's a couple different ways. You can go back to Port Leylon, and then take a boat up to Port Illidan, this is how Saren got here before. He walked to Port Illidan, took a boat down to Port Leylon, and then walked here. Which might be the quicker way. Not the most direct, but might be the quicker way. You can also go back up to the lake, and then east around the lake, and then it's a long walk, but eventually you'll get into Emir lands, and there's a road that'll eventually take you up there. You'll go by way of where the storm geyser is and through a bunch of forests, but eventually get to one of the main roads of Emir. It's probably a slower walk, but, well, I don't know, no buts. The other way is to go west around the Chromatic Sea and then just walk straight north, but you're going to be just out in the kind of in the walking no roads. Not really any life as far as you know it.
I think I'd go back the way I came. I know that route.
Go get yourself a boat. You have to charter a boat, which you know is it costs you 50 gold, or no, not 50 gold. It costs you about 50 gold for the whole party to get up there.
Oh.
Okay. I have 0 gold, so we are gonna go walk.
Looks like we're walking.
20 gold.
Is there any way that I can get like a cloak around here? Extra cloaks laying about?
Not in Ryzen.
I'll ask Hope as well if she has any extra cloaks. With
Um,
a hood.
yeah, I have one you can have. I don't need it anymore. She goes upstairs, and you go with her. You stay downstairs.
If she invites me.
She doesn't
yeah.
invite you, but she just walks upstairs. I'm just curious. You're a rogue. I figure I should ask these questions.
No, if she's not like follow me, then I'll just stay downstairs.
Okay, so she goes upstairs. You hear rummaging around a bit. You hear a trunk close, and then she comes back down, and she has this a cloak, a green cloak, very nicely made cloak. And she hands it to you. She says, "I don't need this anymore."
Thank you very much.
So.
I'll put it on and put the hood up.
Clearly, elven made, good stuff.
Is it magical? Does she tell me anything special? Is it special or is it just a normal cloak?
I think when you need it most, it'll come in handy.
Can I spend an hour to attune to it? Do I need to attune to it?
It gives you advantage on your stealth checks.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
It's a
that's
cloak
a
of
good
elven
one.
kind.
That's a real good one.
Okay.
What?
Shall I add that to my thing then?
Yeah.
Okay. Hooray! I need
Hope
that
likes being real, curious about how she talks. She doesn't like giving things away. She should fix that. She says, "Here you go. This is a cloak my father gave me. You may have it now." I think you had right? Didn't you have one, Francisco? Cloak of Elven
Yeah.
Kind? Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to remember
That's-
to remember which cloak was. I couldn't remember. I thought that's what it was.
No, that was it. It was very useful.
So written on the label says Jack, so it doesn't get mixed up in the laundry.
Oh, right.
Oh, I do have to attune to it. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
I will attune to it.
Okay, so to walk is going to be a long walk. Many days, which I'll have to pull up and see how many. But you figure it's going to be probably a couple weeks at least. Which won't be a lot faster by boat, but it would be easier. So do you want to walk to the eastern route around the lake?
Yeah.
I think that might be wise.
Yep.
Get to that main road.
Okay, do you have the map open? Do you see what I'm pointing at? What I'm looking at?
Yeah,
So you're
I
gonna
see it.
go around the storm geyser and then up the east side of the lake, and then up to Fort Ivar will be your first big city you'll get to, and then follow that road.
Okay.
Okay. You start walking, and I need whoever's on perception and whoever's on survival checks. Give me some of that.
I'll proceed.
I will assist in perception.
I will do the survival.
Nice.
19, unless I have advantage from the assist.
Yeah, you can do it.
9.
Who's helping?
I'm assisting in
Francisco
the,
said he was going to help me do survival, right?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, of course.
19. For
I got a
assist.
10.
Are you sure we're going the right way? We just have to follow the lake.
I think that's the right way.
Wait, do I need to roll for assist or?
I think you gave advantage. Isn't that what
just
you did?
advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is my
Yes.
perception telling me we're getting further and further away from this lake that I know we're supposed to be staying next to?
Did you roll advantage with that? I
I did.
assisted you. Okay.
Well, you know your way up to the You're just gonna walk back up to Steam Cliff. And first off, and you've been there enough times that your 10 survival is enough for that.
Yay!
You get to where the battlefield was with the Kreen and the Maru, and the Maru have not been back to get their bodies, and you can see there are 2 Maru still there. There are no Kreen, and there are no frog bodies there, though.
Like they're all gone.
They're gone. Everything gone.
Have they been dragged away?
There
or
is
disappeared?
so the spears, like the Kreen spears, are still there, but other than the 2 Maru, the 2 dead Maru, that's it. And the disturbed ground of battle.
Are there drag marks? Can we tell?
Give me that investigation check.
Assist.
Why don't you go ahead and roll that investigation check, David?
Uh-oh.
If you're going to assist. Are you trained in assisting?
12.
I mean,
What is it?
trained in investigation.
Investigation?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
trained
You
in
got- you got one.
investigation.
Go ahead and roll it. Yeah, +1.
14.
You don't... no drag marks. You do pick up... There is, almost like... large... it's not... You don't see any webbing. But you see, large... Almost like a spider, pokes, pierced marks in the ground. A bunch of... pot marks? Is that what you call it? Spear marks all over the place. Which look like feet of some large creature. You do pick up a couple of boots that don't match the Maru or any of you guys or any of the Kreen also. And they seem to be walking east of here.
Omira didn't wear boots, right?
Mm-mm.
I'd like to try to keep an eye on this for as long as we're going east.
Yep. I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. You continue north, and for half a day, it takes you to get to Chromatic Sea. You're a little bit off of where you thought you were going to be, but you hit right about where the river and the trees are, just on the east side of Steam Cliff. You can still see Steam Cliff. The dust is kind of settled. It's about half the size that it used to be. And there is... your perception was good, wasn't it? What'd you roll?
19.
Yeah. You can see there is some movement on top of the mountain. Someone's digging through there. You don't, you can just kind of see a head pop up every once in a while, and then some rocks thrown. Another head pop up, rocks thrown.
No. You see that? Should we do something about that, or just let it go?
Go check it out.
Okay. I'll maybe I should lead the way.
Yeah, I'll give you guidance.
I will stealthily make my way through the rubble to try to see more about whatever's digging through here.
Okay, give me that stealth check.
At advantage. Oh, see, it's not so bad. It looks pretty much the same. 21.
Okay. You
Cocoa Velvet kind.
stealth with ease. And you sneak your way up. You get behind a boulder and you peek around, and you can see the bald head of Mita, the gnome that was with you in the original caravan. Along with Mita is a couple other gnomes you don't recognize, and they're rummaging through the debris. They're kind of talking back and forth in gnomish, Just like they'll rummage around, they'll say something to each other, and then rummage around a bit more. Kind of toss their way through. They're searching for something.
But it's all that's there is people that I recognize,
3.
the gnomes that I recognize.
You see 1 gnome that you recognize and 2 other gnomes. They don't see you.
Oh. The other gnomes I don't recognize?
Yeah, there's 1 you recognize, which is Mita, and 2 you don't recognize.
How far back are you guys?
I'm keeping behind.
Yeah,
Be
I'll probably
in
be
front.
about 30 feet back.
Okay.
You had to scramble up on the mountain to get to see them.
Okay. I am going to pull out like the little crystal, and I'm going to look down and point down to Saren, and I'm going to whisper into the crystal. What's the name of the
Mita.
gnome? Mita is up here, and it's 2 other gnomes.
Mita was a minor.
Cast message.
Mita was the brother of Zeta. Both minors.
Can I respond to that?
Yep, 6 seconds.
Let's get up there. Let's go see.
Okay, I'll get closer.
Reveal
I'll
yourself.
start heading up.
Same.
You said reroll stealth.
Are you approaching stealthily, or are you revealing yourself? Okay, yeah. No, you're good. You are stealthing up. As soon as the party starts hitting the rocks and clambering up them, one of the other ones pops his head up and says, "Someone's coming," and they both start to scatter. Or all 3 of them start to scatter. They start to run.
I
the
want
other
to
way.
track Beta and see which way she goes.
They are all heading up towards the north, kind of in the direction where you guys were camped out before. It's slow going because they're making their way through the rubble and they're gnomes, but they're bouncing in between rocks, and they go about 30 feet, and all 3 of them get behind a rock and hide.
Okay, I'm going to try to move around to potentially whichever one Beta is behind. I'm going to try to get close to that one, but behind, hopefully without being seen. But if she sees me, that's okay too.
She doesn't see.
I'm guessing she didn't see me.
So Mita is on the east side, which is the closest one to you, and she is hiding behind a big boulder and kind of peeking out, trying to see who's coming.
Okay,
You can see her.
As soon as they reach the top, I want to gauge what the gnome's reaction is.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take an action based on that.
As soon as they see Krog's head, Mita stands up. Krog! The others are still hiding. Krog!
I hear this
ducks back
clearly.
down. Yeah.
I'll whisper behind her. What are you doing up here, Mita?
She jumps. Sorry, he jumps. No. Sorry, twin sister. Sorry. Mita's the sister. Zeta's the brother. I got it backwards. She jumps. And, Eru? I thought you were dead. Are you dead?
Surprise.
Well, what are you doing here?
Coming to investigate why someone would be digging through here.
Look, it collapsed.
Yeah, I was in it when it started.
Yeah, so I think, remember Flitch? Flitch was in here.
Yeah, I couldn't get her out.
You saw Flitch?
Very, very sorry about that.
Yeah. Mac and Sam and Renzo, they were in there too.
Did I see any of them?
You saw other gnomes.
Okay. Saw there was a bunch of gnomes. There was some kobolds. There were others, but I could only really get Saren and Zarik out. And I almost didn't get us out.
That's too bad. This was my home. Well, it was going to be our home.
Where did everyone go? When we came out, everyone was gone. They said you had gone back.
We didn't leave. Well, Varney didn't want to leave. We're camped on the west side of the lake. He wanted to keep an eye on things, so we set up camp there. We are. Remember, we had a group of other folks coming in. There was a couple dozen of them. 30 of them. A lot of them died. And then we got attacked by these big frogs. But they didn't kill anyone. They just took us.
Where'd they take you?
In here.
What, sorry. What, did you ever find out why?
No, I don't know.
What were they doing with everyone there?
I don't know. They came in like they were gonna kill us. We fought off a couple of them, but they kept coming, and they didn't like stay to fight. They just snatched us up and ran off.
You were in there?
No, not me. But they attacked our camp.
Well, if you want, we're gonna be heading back to the Hinge in the mirror. You can tag along with us, and once I find my people, I think we're gonna try and get them back to where the Maru are. Maybe build a bigger community. You'd like to be a part of that?
No, I think Varney wants to set up here still. We've been camping.
Varney is making a mistake. Where is he?
Oh, and he starts pointing to the west. There's a camp. There's a bunch of us over there.
Is it in the same direction where
We're gonna have to
Saren
talk to
saw the
Varney.
flame?
It is in that direction, Zarik.
Okay.
I think there's probably some things around. We saw something flying. I didn't see it. But Cleo, she points at Cleo, which is the other gnome over there, who looks over at her. Cleo says he saw a dragon. I don't believe it. But
What color was the dragon?
Cleo, what color? Red. Red dragon.
Where did you see it?
It was flying over the sea. Just circling.
So, this whole place explodes and caves in on itself. There are monsters coming out of it. You see a red dragon flying over the sea. And you all think, let's stay here.
And they kind of, you can see the wheels turning in their minds. Well, we don't have a home, and Varney's setting us up a home. He's paying us also. Paying us pretty good. And we can just, set up a home here. Everything's gone now, right? The mountain's gone. What else are we gonna do?
Home is wherever the people you care about are. It can be anywhere.
There's a whole bunch of us now. We're all together finally. So Varney's
So-
brought us all together.
Maybe find a home that isn't here. This is
Also-
terrible. You realize that, right?
Also, Cleo's seeing things. There's no dragon. There was a dragon! You hear him shouting about that. No dragon.
So, okay, then the mountains collapse. There are monsters coming out of it. One of your friends is beginning to see things here. And still you think, this is a good place to stay.
Well, to be honest, when Varney told us we were going back home, I didn't think we'd have all this. I knew it'd be a little bit, it takes some work. There's been a little more than I had planned on, but where else are we going to go? We don't have a home anymore. We left everything behind to come here. Figure it's as good a place as any.
Much worse than most places. Look around.
Have you seen the glow over the sea in the mornings? Pretty.
Have you seen the monsters that come out of this place?
It's fixed now. The mountain blew up. And
some of your friends are still inside, buried.
yeah, we're looking for them.
Some of my friends are buried. And you want to stay here?
Well, where else am I going to go?
Anywhere else?
Am I just going to start walking away?
Sure.
Anyone that walks away just dies. or gets scooped up by frogs, or gets attacked by something in a river that apparently mauled a bunch of our friends.
Well, why don't you come with us and we'll help you get back to your people?
My people
You
are
say
here.
your people.
We're all here now.
All of them? They all showed up.
Well, everyone I know.
Well, we need to get them out of here too then.
Looks like we're going the west route, at least for now.
You can talk to Varney, but
Let's go
I
talk
don't
to
know.
Varney.
I just like to mine things. I need a mountain. I don't think we should leave until we get our friends out of this mountain. She's just standing there looking at you, awkwardly.
I think it might be
Silence.
time to. I think it might be time to cut your losses. This is not a good place to be. You see that, and I'll point to the giant scorpion tail. Do you think that's a good omen?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's terrible.
You can
Get
walk
out of here while you can.
You can walk up there.
What do you mean?
I climbed it.
Why would you do that?
It's not doing anything. It's just like it's just like a wreck.
Was there like a latch or anything on that tail to get in?
No, I didn't see a latch.
It's made of metal, right?
Yeah.
I admire your explorer spirit, but
it looks gnomish.
It's not gnomish.
I know my craft. I think it's gnomish.
I'm pretty sure it's not gnomish.
I'm pretty sure it's gnomish.
Let's go talk to Varney, shall we?
Oh, Varney will be happy to see you. Varney owes you money, doesn't he?
Yeah, he sure does.
enough for a boat ride.
Okay, if you want to leave this place, I'll walk you back. Hey, you two, keep digging. And they go
What
back.
are they looking for?
Oh, Varney has us looking for just just see anything we can find in there.
Sounds like a terrible idea. Let's go.
So she walks you guys down the mountain, over kind of where your camp was, along the up the mountain, I suppose, to the north, to the coast, and then along the coast. And she's kind of making small talk. You notice how warm that water is? Wasn't like that. Wasn't like that before.
Nope, and you want to stay here.
It's nice. If you want a bath, you just go out there and just
sure, it's
dump
lovely.
yourself.
Sure that there's nothing bad will happen.
I give her like a nice gentle pat on the back, and I say, "I respect you."
I respect you too, Carl.
Your hand's the size of my face.
So I said gentle.
Like petting it.
Yeah.
See, she's like very awkward, like, why is he doing this? Talespire crashed
No
on me.
sudden moves.
So she walks you along the shore, and you guys make your way. It's about an hour and a half or so, 2 hours probably altogether to get there. Let me open up Talespire here because it crashed on me. And you guys come across a camp. Looks like they put some work into it. Looks like they've been here a while. There's they got a wall set up. There's a bunch of gnomes there. There's a couple dozen gnomes you can see milling about. Let me find my. As you get in, she says, "Welcome to New Steamcliff." Not a lot of cliff here anymore, but let me get some daytime. Where's my daytime thing? Okay. All right. So they've got a bunch of like wood spikes stuck in all alongside, built sort of a stockade, and you can see Varney sitting in the middle of town, sitting by a campfire going, roasting some fish. There's tents kind of all set up, And you can make out there's probably a couple dozen in tent and room for a couple dozen, maybe even more than that, around this place. And as you go in, Varney sees you guys and walks up and says, "I thought you were dead. We waited around. Well, we didn't wait that long, but we waited a little bit. You guys went down, and the Maru were like, and they were mad. They were real mad. What are you missing? Where's the other guy?
He didn't make it.
Oh." His demeanor completely changes. "Oh, well. I owe you guys some money. Come on in."
When he turns around, I'm gonna quietly cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And just keep it at the ready for a moment.
Okay. Amongst the place, there is some guards. You can kind of see them sitting outside the gates. There's a lot of just activity going on. People are they're scraping. They're simply doing a lot of fish business, scraping scales off. They're cooking fish. They're working. There's some sort of leather working going on. They're just crafting is still happening. There's some like an alchemy table. Looks like at the back of the place. They got a whole assortment. They basically have a town's worth of stuff kind of crammed into this little camp. Very active place, and it seems like there is more tents and places for people to work than there are people in town. If that makes sense. It seems a little empty, as busy as it is. So Varney steps into a tent and comes out, and he has a book in his hands, and he hands it over to you, and he's just sign there by your name, and open it up, and there's a thing, a page,
The ledger.
yeah. We'll get you your money. So you're done with me working with you. What are you gonna do now?
Heading
We're
back
going
to my homeland.
That's good. Good.
The
You're all going.
I guess the lizard folk overran where I'm from, and I gotta find my people.
Oh, that's too bad.
Funny, I have to ask. The recent events have not dissuaded you from staying here?
It only strengthened my resolve to make this our home again. None of this would have happened if we would have had this secure, if we never left. If we were here the whole time, we could have had it safe.
Are you sure about that?
Of course. This all happened because we weren't here.
I'm not sure that's the case. Those things were very old. And I think maybe something might be happening in the world that is triggering them. We're going to do some investigating.
Okay. Look, and he snaps at his assistant, one of the gnomes. He runs in, he's grabbing bags of money, and he hands them out to you. It says, "Well, there's your 50 gold I owe you. Ulf's, I've got it sent. It's going to be sent to his friends, his family. We'll get it sent.
Okay.
If you need another job, I'm hiring. I could use more help getting this place dug up. Just look at this. Look at this place, and you can clearly see the mountain from here, and you can tell that they picked this spot because it's got a nice view of Steamcliff. It's kind of it's shaded in trees, to where it's like looking over here, it might be tough to see within the forest, but from here, it's clear you can see the mountain. It says Steamcliff wasn't that big. And that thing collapsed a lot more than what was in open area in Steamcliff. There's something else in there. What else was in there?
Well, for one thing, there was another room underneath. We found another door. The door you saw us go in before you last saw us. It went down a long way, and there was a portal under there.
See, these are the kind of things that we need to go and find and figure out what's down there.
Those are the kinds of things you need to leave alone for now.
Well, you can't just leave it.
Do you have any idea of what y'all unleashed?
No, we had that slime thing with tentacles. That was an accident.
All those frogs that are attacking you guys, that's y'all.
Why?
It's
We
your
didn't.
fault.
No, we didn't do that.
You let them loose. Yes, you did.
How? No, we did not. How?
You opened up those rooms. You disturbed this place.
We were here 200 years ago, 300 years
Yeah.
ago.
And you guys were probably protecting this place, but you have no idea what's here. Clearly. Anymore.
Well, you can't
You
just.
need to do your research. Figure out what's going on.
And we'll do it when we get in there. Also, look at that. And he points to the scorpion tail.
It's not gnomish.
He just kind of smiles at you. You know what he's thinking.
I think it's gnomish. You say that this was yours how long ago?
They left 50 years ago. But
How long?
they lived there all through the Shadow Age as far as he knows. Because we've been there, ancestors lived there. My father left. He's the one who took us away.
The Maru have a claim to this area as well that goes back to the Shadow Age.
The Maru, there's more of us now. They can't kick us out now. Look at all of us.
You will not lay a finger on the Maru.
We don't want to fight anything. They're the ones who wanted to fight us. We just wanted to live in our home.
Okay, but
Why
you
don't you
understand
form
why?
an alliance with them? You
Well,
work together.
If they're willing to talk, I'm a businessman. We can talk. They didn't even talk. They said, get out.
It's not a business. It's a partnership. It's a community.
Everything's a business when you look at it that way. And that's the way I see things.
While we're having this conversation, I'm going to try to use my mage hand to steal that little mechanical mouse out of his pocket.
Okay. Roll me that. Slide a hand check.
Oh man.
22.
Okay. So yeah.
It's in my pocket now.
He's kind of riled up and distracted because you guys are telling him about how business works and he doesn't like that. So you easily swipe that mouse from him.
And I never want to get within range to where I could do it with my own hands. I never want to stand that close to him.
Okay.
But that mouse is in my pocket now. And I will say, it's not safe here.
Well, no place is safe when you first go there. That's why I hired you. And I could really use your help. I'll pay you more. I'll pay you 100 gold for another week each.
Another week.
Stay here another week. You help us get that mountain cleaned up.
It's a bad idea, Varney.
I'm not gonna help you clean that mountain.
Drake is just shaking his head.
I got
How
other
many-
things to deal with.
How many more people will you let die before you...
Well, no one's gonna die if I have help from folks like you.
You did have help from folks like us, and many people died.
People didn't die until well, okay.
You guys showed up and your first party got annihilated.
Well, the offer's on the table. 125 gold each. 1 week. That's all I ask. We can discuss it afterwards.
So what?
For a longer stay. I'm sure you'll be wanting to stay longer after that.
Why would we want to stay longer after that?
I'll pay you some more.
I gotta get going.
You know the Maru also, so maybe you can talk with him for us.
Varney, I'm telling you this as someone who doesn't want to see you to die. You should give up on this.
He said, this is our home. This is where my grandfather and my great-grandfather was buried here, and My great-great-grandfather was buried here. We dug it out with our own hands. They did. And my father ran us off in his... I don't know why. Well, I do know why. And I know he regrets it. And I know that his dying words were to get Steamcliff. So this is my job.
Well then, I have a feeling that while you may die here with your ancestors, there may not be anyone left to bury you.
Okay. 150 gold each. 1 week. I know there's still some frogs around. We could really use some help digging the place up. Just keep it safe. Keep the Maru away. There's a big bird. Someone saw, Cleo saw a big bird around. Just make sure the bird is not messing with us.
You talking about that dragon?
It's not a dragon.
It's that red dragon, yeah. It talks like this, and I'll just start talking in Draconic.
What do you say, Draconic?
Just gibberish. I don't know, that dang old dragon flying over here, dang old.
He just says, I'm a big red dragon.
Varney freezes for a minute. You shock him. That's not a dragon. It's just a bird. It's just a hawk.
I mean, I know my dragons.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Roll me a deception.
Meh.
14.
Let me roll my... Okay.
Dang it.
He's like, I don't like liars.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm just kidding.
No dragon.
No, I didn't say
Dragon
one.
or not. Can I insight check him to see if if everything you're saying is true? If he doesn't have some sort of ulterior motive to...
Roll that insight check.
8.
Ooh, rolling good tonight.
Oh, man.
Varney believes everything he says.
It's okay. I got that mechanical mouse.
Yeah, you got that one good roll.
It was the most important roll of the night.
He says, when I was a boy, we ran away. We were scared. We ran away and we went and go live with the elves and we scattered. We don't have a home now. The dwarves have a home. The goblins have a home. Humans, you have a home. You elves, you have a home. Sorry, Krog. You kobolds, you have a home. We need a home.
Same thing I told her. Home is where your family is.
You look around. We're
Yes,
getting there.
but you moved them all here. You can move them again.
This is where we belong. 150 gold a day. Not a day, a week. 150 gold a week.
I was about to say, now you're talking.
I speak up and I say, I understand what the gnome says. My family lived in a very harsh environment, but we stayed because it was a home. And that's it.
You should listen to the big guy. I knew
Yes.
he was the smartest one of
I'm
the bunch.
smart.
Well, you must understand. Krug's family here didn't have people living in mountains trying to murder his entire village.
Out from one of the tents,
No, we had worse.
Flap goes back. Out steps an elf.
What kind of an elf?
What?
An elf that looks very familiar to you. You saw him in the mountain.
No. I'll just immediately look down.
He's walking this way.
I turn away from him.
Howdy, stranger.
He nods to you. He says, "These are the folks you talked about, huh? They're Varney? He says, yeah, these are the ones that helped us move out here." Kind of looks you guys over. Well, all right.
I'll look back. What are you doing, man?
I have I've got to go to the bathroom. I'll be back. I will walk out of the tent, head down, and go stand outside of the camp and hide in trees.
He, as Eru leaves, he says,
I do that in a weird voice. You guys would not. It's not my normal.
I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong with Eru. He's being real weird. Out loud.
he says, you should talk with Eru. His family needs him.
What?
You know Eru?
I know Eru's family. They need him back.
Who
Just have him come talk to me.
who are you?
My name's Mare.
Nice to meet you, Mayor.
He shakes your hand. Just
How do you know Eru?
tell Eru, no hard feelings. If he wants to talk, I'll be here. I've been looking for him a long time.
Not why you're here.
I'm here to help the gnomes.
They wrote you into this too?
They helped me.
Oh, that's good. I'll
Just-
go talk to Eru.
Just pass it along. I'll be in that tent over there.
I'll go looking for Eru.
Mare leaves.
Eru! Eru! Where did you... I thought you had to take a leak. Where are you?
I'm hidden.
I will look intently for Eru.
If I see him coming alone, I'll be like, over here.
Hey, what you doing up there?
I just had to go to the bathroom.
Up in the tree?
Sometimes you just gotta find a good spot.
Man, I really hope you were doing number one. If you're up there,
Watch where you step.
I'm like looking around. Do you know a mayor?
Do I recognize that name?
Probably not.
Don't
You can give me a history check.
believe so.
No.
14. I don't
Hey,
recognize the name.
They seem to know you.
He saw me.
Yeah. He said that your family would really like it if you came home. They need you.
That man is not my family.
Well, he didn't seem to mention that he was your family. He was saying that your family needs you to come home. But what's all that about? You seemed a little odd.
It's a bit of a long story, but the short end of it is that I left for a reason and was trying to run away and hide from them. They are dangerous people. Did they... are you okay?
Well, I mean, he seemed all right, and he didn't do anything to me. He just wanted you to come home, I guess. My thoughts just came out of my head. I don't know what happened. I don't know what to say now. Do you want to go talk to him?
No, not really, no.
Well,
But I guess if you already saw me, it doesn't make any difference.
I mean, I got your back. If you don't want to go with him, what's he gonna do?
What did he call me?
He said Eru. But I will say, whenever you left, I did say your name out loud, so that's on me. Sorry about that. Is that your real name? Do you have another one?
In a manner of speaking, it's a common name. Lots of people have the name Eru. There's still a chance he didn't know who I am, I suppose. I don't know what to do.
Well, I mean, just why don't you just face this head on? I got your back. Krog's got your back. Zerik's got your back. I mean, you had all of ours. It's the least we can do.
All right. But understand, these are very dangerous people.
Well, you can fill me in after we deal with this, but no judgment. I got you. I know who you are now, and whatever you did in the past, let that go.
Okay.
I know this Eru. All right,
Keep your eyes trained on his hands.
all right. Are you a caster?
Don't believe so, but he has fast hands.
All right. I'll keep my distance.
Okay, I'll walk over there.
As soon as you climb down from the tree, just from the next bush over, that's the tree. Out from behind a tree steps this fella. So why don't
I'll
we just talk
look
right?
over at Saren.
Why don't we just talk right here?
Well, that is a little odd. Did you just hear our whole conversation?
I may have heard some of it.
See,
I think you got the wrong idea.
That's pretty rude of you to do that. You know, I came out here to talk to Eru by myself, and being peeping Tom and eavesdropper, that's rude.
Okay. Anyway, Elrodar wants to see you. All is
want to see
forgiven,
him.
he says. He wants to talk.
About what? Why does he need me?
He wants you back. You're
I don't want to go back.
important to him. He sent me out here to get you. We've been looking a long time for you.
Do I have any idea, like, what... I think I may have asked this before. What position this guy held?
No, it's just an elf. He's got a black cloak, hood up. You can see he's got a couple daggers on his side. And
Did I see him? Have I seen him talking with Elrodar before?
no, you would be from when you saw him. You would probably assume he's just sort of common grunt.
Okay.
With the description of the Nostra that we've heard, would this kind of fit the description?
No,
Okay.
this guy's clearly an elf. You can see his elven features.
Is it... I don't... There's nothing for me there.
I don't know how you can say that. We did everything for you. You're who you are today, thanks to Elrodar.
Has it been you following me the whole time?
I don't know what you mean.
How long have you been looking for me?
I got word from an operative that you were here. And myself and Farah came looking for you. Just seeing if he can get you back.
Do I know the name Farah? How many people has he sent for me?
I don't know.
What are your orders?
Bring you back home.
And if I refuse?
Make sure you don't refuse.
I'm immediately scanning the area for another elf.
Perception
Yeah,
check.
that's what I'll be doing. I will do the same.
Perception checks.
Yeah, I noticed I'm looking around, so I'll do that too.
17.
You don't see any other elves around. Krog, you are in camp. These guys are just outside camp.
Oh, okay.
You do notice on him though, he's trying to hide it, but he's pretty cut up. He's been in a fight. You see some blood stains on his clothing, and his face is a little scratched, but he's got his cloak kind of covering it.
Did you get into some trouble?
No more than usual. So, what'll it be? You can all come.
You see,
I
we
don't
kind of
want to.
have plans already.
This won't take long.
Ours is pretty urgent.
What do you say?
Say no.
That's an answer I can't take.
I'm going to step in front of Eru. I believe my friend gave you an answer. We got plans already.
I think we're getting into things we shouldn't be getting into. Look, I'm telling you, Eru, that's Eldar just wants to talk with you. I've come out here to come get you and go back. After
Tell
that,
Elrodar
I'm sure
that you
we
couldn't
can
find
send you
me.
on your way.
How long? How long have you been? How many people? I need to know.
Oh, I don't know. I know you're important. As we all are.
Do you know if he ordered a fire?
You have to talk to him about that.
I don't need to talk to him. And I'm going to start walking towards the camp where Krog and Zarik are.
I'm having my eyes trained on this guy, protecting Eru from him.
I can't help you if you leave.
What do you mean you can't help me? I don't want your help.
I'm saying you can come freely, or we can send others to come get you. I'm here to offer you a way back home. You want me to go back to Elrodar and tell him that you said no? You're staying out here. How do you think he's going to react to that? We know where you are now.
Well, you know.
We know where you are now.
Where we were.
What is it?
Saren, this is no longer just my choice. If I say no, this puts you in danger as well.
Well, I won't let you go alone. If this is something we got to do, we'll do it now. I got your back.
I'll just yell out, Krog! Zarik!
I follow.
What do you need?
Yes.
Something from my past has come back. And they want me to go back. But I have no desire to go back. But me not going back puts you in danger now. Because they know that I'm with you.
Talk amongst yourself. I'll be in my tent. He starts to walk off.
Oh, now we get a little bit of privacy. Thanks.
Zurich says that I will be with you for the entire journey.
I don't mind going. It might bring me one step closer to my killer.
You know me.
Look,
I got your back.
I'm just constantly looking around for this supposed second elf. Do any of you see anything suspicious?
I'll give myself guidance and I'll start scanning.
Okay. Give me more perception checks if you want.
I will assist.
I'll do one.
Or I guess I'll just roll one.
16 plus 2, 18.
Only 11 from me.
Nope. 5.
It's quiet, but you have noticed that you've got the attention of Varney, who is standing at the edge of camp, and you can see him looking your direction. He's probably too far away to listen in, but he's certainly concerned about what's happening.
I'll look over at him.
This elf leaves.
Varney,
Goes back.
come here.
Varney looks. Is it like, you know, and then starts walking your way.
What do you know about that man?
Oh, he came.
Why is he here?
He was really interested in. Well, as a matter of fact, he was interested in you, and Vilder.
Vilder?
Yeah, I remember Vilder, the elf with us. Took care of our horses.
Why was he interested in Vilder?
Oh, asked all kinds of questions. Nothing really meant anything. He just liked to talk, but always seemed to drag the conversation to you two. He came along with when we had our other group come in. He came along with him. And he had a friend. Farah, I think was the name of what was her name?
Where is she?
I don't know. They went off on. I don't know where they went. They come and go all the time. They've been real helpful, real nice. They took off. It's been a few days ago. They disappeared. You know, they just. You elf types are pretty sneaky sometimes, and they just sort of disappeared, and they'd come back. And, one day they disappeared, and they were just gone for a long time. He just came back just a day and a half ago, 2 days ago. He's a real nice fella.
Oh,
I was
yes, very nice.
Look, you know, I was cautious because he sort of just invited himself in with the gnomes, but he's been very nice, very kind. He helps out all the time, and he helped get our camp set up.
Yeah, Varney, you definitely seem like the real cautious type.
Yeah, you never treated me wrong. I won't treat him wrong.
What if I told you he'd treat other people wrong?
I suppose I need to see some evidence of that, but you know, we all have our pasts.
His past, I think, is his present.
Yeah, hard to believe that with someone like Mare. He's a pretty nice guy.
You don't mind, Varney, giving us a minute?
Oh, sure. I'll go back to doing what I was doing.
Eavesdropping.
Eru, you know I got your back, but I'd like to know at least a little bit of what I'm getting myself into. What's going on?
Is Varney away?
Yeah.
These people are from a crime ring known as the Bond.
Can I roll a history to see if I know what that is?
Sure.
I'll do the same. Even though my history is terrible. 0.
Never heard of him.
Is that even
You're like,
a word?
whoa.
I got 21.
Zarik. You do know that name. You know there was the South Island where the imps were.
Alright.
You know there was some underground stuff, and you had to go in occasionally, a part of the military, to kind of clean up some things. And a lot of the problems came from this organization known as the Bond.
Alright.
There was some, you don't know, it was more of just sort of, like, you don't know anyone that was ever in it. You don't know any, like, they were very good at what they did. You just know the name. Thanks to your very good roll.
I'll tell Era that.
Was recruited. I was an orphan. The last name Eru is somewhat common among orphans from the house that I grew up in. I was recruited by a person that also grew up there and then eventually made friends with a man named Elradar, who was the leader of the bond where I was. I was sent on a bit of a mission one night to retrieve some money from someone who owed Elradar. I was sent with another man named Jalen, and we ran into some resistance. He tried to kill Jalen. I tried to help him, and with my aid, Jalen killed this man. As we left, we heard sound of his child. Jalen said he wanted out. When we got back, Elradar killed him for it. And I left very soon after that. I spent some time in different cities. I eventually found what I thought was going to be my home. There was a woman who was taking care of me. And one night while I was walking back, her tavern was on fire. I ran from that and have not looked back since. So when I tell you that these people are dangerous, the only reason I would go back is because if I don't, they would be looking for all of us, including you.
Put a hand on your shoulder. You're part of us. You're one of us. And if that means we got to deal with this, then we'll deal with it. We all go. We all come back. That's the deal.
Okay.
Zarik mentioning the bonds, right? Did you say something about it, David?
Yeah.
That's news to you, Isaac.
Didn't know they were any further out than where I grew up. That only makes the problem worse. Elradar may not even be... He just may be a local figurehead. Who knows?
A lot of questions that need to be answered, and we'll get them answered. Take time.
Okay. And you guys can see Eru is visibly nervous. Okay, let's go.
I'd cast calm emotions on you, but spell slots get scared.
It's a premium.
That's
Okay,
camp.
we'll go over to his tent.
You go in, you pull the tent back. He's not in there, but he steps around the side.
Of course he does.
He just looks at you.
Let's go.
Okay. I'm glad you've decided to come back. I assume you can make the trip on your own. You don't need me to babysit you.
You're not taking me back?
When you get to Port Leilon, look for the Haven. That ship will take you where you need to go.
Why aren't you taking us back?
I have other business to attend to.
What business is that?
My own. Good to have you back.
It
Maybe
sounds like a
we'll
great
get a-
opportunity to go that way for a little bit and then just turn left.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Maybe
Why
we
not?
need a little babysitting then.
I think you can find your way. The
Doesn't
Haven.
seem as urgent as you originally put it out. Maybe we'll go check on Saren's family first.
That would not be a good idea.
Why not?
Because I said it wasn't a good idea. You should go to the Haven and go back. And then I'm sure Erwaldar will give you a boat wherever you want to go. I'm sure of it. Family is important. Besides, it's the bond that binds us.
I will squint at him. Indeed. Okay. I'll start walking in that direction, still constantly looking out for this apparent second elf.
Okay.
If I ever happen to see her, I want to know. If there's anything.
Give me
around.
a intelligence check.
Alright.
Give me a wisdom check. Wisdom check.
Just straight wisdom? Or.
You can do with proficiency.
Okay. Let me look inside. Oh, man. 9.
Yeah. You don't know. You saw just for remembering things, you saw a second elf in Steamcliff. There was 2 elves in there.
Yeah.
But you don't know if the other one got out or what happened to it. You lost, once you ran off, you lost sight.
Okay.
Okay, Varney comes up one more time. And as you guys are packing up, it says, 150 gold 1 week. We can clear this place out and make it safe for everyone. We can build up the mountain. Be a stronghold. In a week, we could get a lot of work done.
It's a terrible idea, Varney, and I don't think you should do it.
I'll tell you what. If you see some gnomes, you send them this way. Tell them Varney King Eye needs their help. They'll know my name.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do that.
I'll
Good
give
luck,
you
Varney.
a commission. You bring them back. When you come back, I'll give you 5 gold apiece. Every
I'm just
gnome that comes
walking
in and
away.
mentions your name, 5 gold.
Man,
Good luck, Varney.
you would have been Jack's best friend. Literally.
We open the bags. It's 50 gold is in there.
Yep.
Okay, let me add it to my inventory.
50 gold apiece.
Nice.
And I think
Like-
it's 45 gold going
I like
to
that.
Ulf's family. He takes a 10% cut for the traveling
Oh,
fees.
of course.
All right. Marching west. You've been this way before.
Once we get out away from the camp a little bit, and I'm reasonably certain that we're not being followed.
It is getting dark now. So before you leave, do you want to leave at night or do you want to stay and wait to go next morning? Because you've been walking.
should
You
just
walked
leave.
all the way here from Ryzen, which was like a 7.5 hour walk. So you're getting pretty worn
Maybe
out.
we just leave in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Okay. And we're gonna watch. You're gonna trust the gnomes to watch for you.
I am going to.
I'll take
I'll
a watch.
sleep all through.
I am
I'll
going
take first
to.
Take second watch.
Okay. Here's what I want to do. I want to. Is Mar? What's his name? Mar?
Mayor.
Mare?
Mayor.
Okay. Is Mare in his tent? Did I see him go back in his tent?
He went into his tent.
I'm gonna walk over to his tent.
Okay.
Knock or open whatever the protocol is
Okay.
for
Yeah.
tent going in.
He's
Is
in
he
there.
in there?
Yes. Yes.
We're going to leave in the morning. We're not going to start out at night. Just wanted to let you know.
Thanks for letting me know.
And then
He's in
I am
there. He's
going
writing
to-
something in his. He's got like a book. He's writing something down.
I am not going to take my eyes off this tent. And I'm going to walk back to Saren. I'm going to say I need to keep tabs on him.
You got it. I will, as the first watch, I will just watch the tent.
I will. I'll go ahead and do my meditation during this first watch. Just I'll say, make sure you tell whoever comes up next, and then I will be up in the middle of it.
Yep.
Okay, give me a perception check. First watch.
Golly.
9.
Okay, it's a quiet night. You can see there's 3 gnomes out there on each side of the fort. The water side, they're not watching, and very quiet. But you don't see anything.
Where is his tent on this board?
Yeah, we'll say you guys are like in this one over here. That one, we'll say
Okay.
he's over on this side. There's more
Okay.
tents than this, but we'll use that for now.
Okay. All right.
Okay, second watch.
Are you informing Zarik?
I'm gonna keep tabs on the water too, like touch it, make sure, see how warm it is.
On the water?
13. Yeah.
Yeah, it's warm. It's nice. It's almost like a 100 degree, 110, nice bath water temp.
Before I go to bed, I'll go for a soak.
Nice.
Make a wisdom saving throw. I'll wake up in the middle of Zarik's watch and immediately just check on that tent.
Okay. You walk over there, pull the flap back. It's empty.
I don't want to. Oh, great.
I rolled pretty bad, but Joe rolled worse.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to, for the rest of this second watch and for the third watch, I'm going to be. Well, is there any tracks? Are there any tracks that lead out?
Give me investigation.
$14.
You cleaned up real nice. This tent is spotless. And you pick up a couple that are going out the back side of the tent, but you lose them real quick. As soon as they go outside the fence, or towards the fence exit.
Okay. For the rest of the second watch and the third watch, I'm going to go outside the camp a little ways. And I'm not going to go in a tree, but I'm going to go like hide in around some trees and try to keep an eye on out for him returning.
Okay, give me perception.
And
Okay, it's a quiet night.
Before I go to bed, I want to stick my sword in the water and see what I can pick up or something.
I'm out there hiding with the hood up.
Okay. Go ahead and give me stealth also. It probably rusts a little bit if you leave it wet, but other than that, it's wet.
Go ahead and dry it off.
25.
Sneaky. Okay, third watch.
I'm sleeping right through.
It's okay, I'm
I'm
awake.
tired. Snoring away.
Hey, the morning the chickens crow. One of these gnomes brought chickens with him, and it's your let me pick it with the morning sky. There we go. Morning comes. Time to leave.
Okay.
Varney comes one more time trying to ask you to stay. But he
I'm still
knows in
hanging
his
out outside the
he
camp.
knows in his heart that it's a foolhardy attempt. But you can you get a sense that he really wants you to stay. But caravan assembled, walking west. Give me a.
Did I never see him return?
You never saw him.
Okay. As they wake up. Let's see, what's the rain? I'll walk back into camp and open that tent again.
Still empty.
I'll go over to Saren. Did you see him leave?
I didn't see anything, no.
Zarik?
Zerk just shakes his head.
Well, there goes that shot. Okay. Is there anything in the tent?
Just a bedroll.
His belongings are gone as well?
Mm-hmm. He didn't really have much. He just had that book, and he had like a little pack that was in there.
So Varney is still talking to us. Where did Mao go?
Oh, he comes and goes. We never know when he's going to be here. He's always out all night and pops up. Sneaky fella.
Did you ever see... What was her name? Farron?
Farah?
Farah? Did you ever see Farah?
Yeah. I'm surprised she
Just
hasn't
not
come back
recently?
yet. Oh, it's been a few days.
A few days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
I'll keep an eye out if you want. Want me to let him know where you're going?
Yeah, just tell him we're going where he told us to go.
Okay.
If he asks.
When you're done with all that, and you need some money, you come on back. I'm sure we can find a good job for you. You're good fighters. I'm gonna need someone to talk to those Maru eventually. I don't think they're gonna talk to me.
I can help with that.
That'd be good. All right.
Okay.
Bye. Sorry to see you go.
After we get a little ways out, I'm going to be scanning. Are we being followed?
I'll be looking around.
Same.
I'll take a look around too.
For the first couple hours, I'll be on high alert.
I didn't see anything.
I got a 10, neither did I.
I got
If I could roll
15.
above a 5
Alright.
on a perception roll tonight, I'd be...
I know David's got the perception rolls tonight. All right. So 15 for
If we had
Krog as
seen
well.
him, there was a chance that we could have ended this, but he snuck out.
Yeah. I tried, but, you know,
Oh, this is
man, I just have an issue staying up late nowadays.
This is... And you see Arrow talking to you guys, but you can tell he's almost like trying to talk himself as well. We could just go. And if they come looking for us, then maybe we would have the upper hand. But we're going to be walking directly into the den.
I think I don't know the situation. I don't know these people, but I'd rather not lead them to my people. I'd rather take that burden on.
I understand. I'm sorry that I've done this to you.
No, it's like I said, you're one of us. We're family now, and it's what it takes is what it takes.
Okay. Was I able to see anything that he was writing, or was it too angled weirdly.
Yeah, he was. You can tell he was holding it up so that you weren't gonna be able to see what he was writing. Also,
Okay.
small little book.
Say, well, on the plus side, I got this. And I'll hold up the little mechanical mouse.
And how did you manage to do that?
You know, I always wanted it as soon as he showed it to me.
You know, I'm not one for stealing, but he deserves something bad to happen to him. Like, why has he still got those people out there risking their lives for this? And not trying to get help from at least the Maru. It's a business opportunity. What does that even mean when it comes to lives?
So that's. And I'll sort of, like, after you say that, not one for stealing, but I'll kind of look a little sheepishly and put it back away. And says, sorry, old habits.
Hey, it's all right. I honestly, I do think it's pretty funny, and it'll make for a great story. Tell people what happened. But and really, honestly, it's just a little trinket. No harm, no foul on that one. Don't make it to where I'm gonna have to keep an eye on my pockets. I'm just kind of joking with you.
It's like, oh, I've already done some things that you didn't know about.
Wait a second. I'll check.
So don't worry, I put money in your pockets, but then you gave it away, so.
Oh, is that where that came from? You know, sometimes I just think I got lucky.
Now do you remember playing cards? Do you remember winning at cards?
Oh yeah, that was you. Yeah, my luck usually ain't that good at those, but that was fun. You know, sometimes I know I come off as a real nice guy, but I can be a little bit mischievous sometimes. Mischievous
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah?
Man, sometimes weird words just.
It's that accent. It gets in the way sometimes.
Krog and Zarik, as are chatting
Yes.
along, you guys are walking. You make your way to. You remember where this place is. You start getting into a much more forested as you're starting to walk west. Greener, more forested, making your way in, starting to get into where the forest. You're getting kind of close to where that river was that you guys came across a long time ago. And the other two don't pick it up because they're chatting, but you two pick up in the distance a scream. A blood-curdling scream. Someone is in a lot of pain.
I whip out my sword and shield.
What's going on?
In front of you.
Yeah, I call out to Arrow and Saren. Guys,
I'll start to focus in.
No scream anymore.
What's going
Can I
on?
tell where it came from?
It came in front of you. You don't know how far, but it's probably reasonably close, but up ahead.
We'll start hiding. Hiding and slowly, well, somewhat slowly, because I'm still fast, moving forward.
If they say screams, I'll start running up.
Okay. You tell them screams.
yeah.
Okay. Saren, you guys following? Hiding.
Well, actually, hold on a second. Let me do some quick math. So I think
You can still hide in there with their pace.
I think so. Divided by 2. Yeah, I'm faster per round than he is running if I'm going
Nice.
half speed.
So, you rush ahead. One of you sneakily rushes ahead. It's a good 300 feet as you're making your way through here, but it's clear as day. As soon as you brush through some trees, you see there's a kobold laying dead on the ground. His chest has burst, and there is a little frog just chowing down on this guy. And out jumps another little frog, and that's where we will end.
Oh.
Does he have a top hat?
Oh my.
Great.
More frogs.
Well, guys, sorry that we have to go back.
All right. That's where we end.
Man.
Man, that was
That was
fun.
something.
Lore and Talkie Day.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I have a problem when I do my D&D notes now. I never remember to put names in. And when I do, they're the dumbest names I can think of.
Like Lerno.
Like Lerno.
I'm real happy you changed that one.
Oh man.
I
Excuse
was
me.
about to be
we're
like, we're
looking
not looking
Lerno.
for your son. Just
Originally, I had it as Jack, like a Jack Jr., but it wouldn't be really. It's Jack. I mean, never grandpa or whatever, but I already spoiled that reveal, so I'll come up with something different, didn't I? Thought,
Lerno.
That'll have to come back.
He's an educational magician.
That's funny.
Behold, the amazing Lerno. As I teach you the magic of math.
I can see Lerno in some of the videos that River's been watching now for learning how to do math.
Yep. It's a good magic magician name. It's perfect.
Yeah, I should have put some apostrophes in there. Then it would be fine.
Lerno.
All right, we're back next week. And maybe we'll have an Eric and a new character. Which is kind of nice because I wasn't sure how I was going to introduce a new character in this desolate place. That'd be fine.
He was going to be the little frogman that just burst out.
yeah.
Hey guys, can I join your party? Let me finish eating this guy. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
See ya.